Hey Vern, thanks for coming out. I'm going to do a video recap here quick and show you what we worked on today. So this is the first couple swings that you took just to get an idea of what was going on. You said you basically wanted to get a little more consistent with um, ball flight, face control. That's kind of how I took it. Is that correct? So I'm going to draw that line on your left side to get an idea if you get to the lead, the lead leg pretty well during the golf swing, or well during the golf swing, I'm sorry. This last one finds out if this line right here on your right side is going to give you an idea if you're sliding or not. This is a really bad job at a posture or a spine line, just to see how much you're moving around. And we talked about this. We saw pretty quickly there's not a lot of turn and a lot of slide. And then that slide causes the scoop. So I don't think you work at Baskin Robbins, so we got to get rid of that scoop. And then, that scoop is the hangback is what you said you wanted it. Now that I see it again, is what you wanted to get rid of. And that's just because the hips get out laterally or towards the target, and your upper body hangs back as a result of that, and it's all hand safe from there. So rather than turning, it's sliding. You're kind of weeble wobbling, basically, in the pelvis. You're getting right side high and then left side high, rather than turning and keeping that right side high, left side low and around, and then level. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then we did a down the line, and we'll draw some lines here. Gotta make sure I get you in a golf swing. So shaft plane line, and then I told you we'd like to get a line right on the high side of the right arm, where the elbow, high side of the elbow. Then we do a posture line, right ear to right hip to right knee to right ankle. Get an idea of how this golf swing works. Whoops. So the club gets lifted quite a bit. Because of the lack of rotation, you're trying to get it to the top. If you turned more, you wouldn't have to lift the arms. That makes sense, right? And you said you said when we were, I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but once you were on the robot, you felt like the club was exiting more left and not as high as it normally does. So then we went and we built you a robot swing. So this is what it looks like. Club's chasing that line up a little bit. It's a little bit of a camera angle issue, but definitely more rotation in the lower half where my cursor is right now. Definitely turned into that right leg or that inside of that right shoe better. You can see the right arm is working under, and then I'm helping you get that right side through the shot rather than hanging back and getting that left shoulder to clear or rotate around. That hang back has created this issue of really not rotating off of that back leg, so that's a power loss too. You're really not getting any push or any power out of that trail leg. So we did that a couple times, bunch of repetitions, and then I came in and we had you hit some balls, and then we came back and we built this exaggeration to get the club. What I tried to do here was get the club working deeper in the golf swing so that we exaggerated the rotational feel with the body, meaning turning away from the ball better, and then exaggerating the shaft laying down. So if I pause it here, I want to see this shaft pitch change this way, because that is going to prevent you, sorry, that's a bad arrow. So if we get that shaft laying down that way to start the downswing, that is going to allow you not to feel like you have to hang back and help that ball, one, get airborne, and two, your fear of, if we're adding this much rotation, wow, look at my limbo move there. this much rotation, everything seems like it would make it go left, but and it would if we didn't get that shaft angle more laid down in the backswing. If it was still out in front like it was out in front of this green line, then balls would go left. But if we can get that shaft dropping down, laying down, we can get that ball flight straighter. I was trying to give you the feel of a square club through impact rather than that heavy forearm roll here. You can see by that Titleist bag in the background how much that face is rolled over with the forearms. But that's just a habit of you having to hand save a lot of shots.
Should be just the opposite.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, I'd like to see the heel down. I wouldn't like to see the face showing to the sky, but yeah. Then we went into the hitting bay and tried to get a feel for. I tried to drill where we worked on getting the leading edge to match the spine angle from about hip high in the downswing, and you trying to just turn the body to get the club through impact. And you can see that didn't work as well. I mean, it did work a little bit, but the flip is still there. And I wouldn't expect it to get better a lot quicker. I do like that there's less hang back in that upper body. Whoops. Getting off that shoe a little more there than you normally do. That back shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was the one that we really liked. Turns good. And you can see there's less hang back because there's less head moving away from the target in the downswing there. And then lastly, we used this drill where I tape a ruler to the leading or the face of a 5-iron. Not that you would want to do this drill with a 5-iron, but the idea is to get the wrist condition set or the bowed wrist set so that you can rotate the club to impact rather than trying to throw the hands at impact. And you can kind of see how I rotate through there. That feel would be the feel that we're looking for. So again, you would be in this drill focused on the backswing, on owning that turn into that lead heel or trail leg heel, and not getting outside your right shoe. And then from there, rotating your body and not throwing the face at the impact bag, trying to get that ruler at the impact bag in a flat way so that it doesn't break the ruler off of the face of the golf club. So if you were going to do drills this week, it would be that. It would be owning the lower body and getting the rotation better so that we can quiet down the hands in the future.
Or do more stretching.
Yeah, yeah.
So
if we can't get, if we can't get this idea to work because of flexibility, then we'll figure out a different way to do it. But
pretty flexible. Just don't stretch enough to loosen that.
Yeah. But good work. I mean, good work, and thanks for coming out.